Hey guys, if you are familiar with my channel, then you know that I am a Walther fan. I wear their name on my IDPA vest, I shoot their guns in my IDPA matches, and every other chance I get, really. So I've been a big fan of the PPQ in particular for quite some time, and I was about as happy as a duck in water when I heard they were making the PPQ 45. So I have gotten myself a copy of the PPQ 45. I bought it retail over the counter, and I am ready to put the 1stHundred through this gun, give it my initial thoughts on it, see if it stacks up to expectations, which are very high, see how it shoots, see how it feels, talk about the ergonomics, similarities and any differences I notice to the other PPQs in 9mm and 40 Smith & Wesson, and just try and have a little bit of fun. I can almost guarantee you're going to see this thing back out here real soon doing some head-to-head comparisons. Put this thing in the Slugfest series with some other 45 ACPs. I'd like to hear your suggestions. What should it go up against first? Let's get the party started. PPQ 45 ACP. Very first 45 ACP ever made by Walther. Very first shots. I'm at 10 yards from my target. This trigger is everything I hoped for and more, I think. It almost feels better than my other PPQs. So it looks like, I told you I'm at 10 yards, right? 10 yards from my target, aiming at a 1-inch square. And it looks like it likes a 6 o'clock hold. I'm holding that 1-inch square right at the top of my front sight blade. The sight picture is, as it is for all PPQs, good, but with a lot of airspace in the front. Magazines are 12 rounds, which is nice. All right. That was the first 24 rounds. Let's load them up and go some more. All right, let's go up top. Still at 10 yards. Headshots. Fresh black dot. And let me see if I can maybe hold a little bit more of a 6 o'clock hold. This trigger is fantastic. Whoops. That one got away from me. The PPQ also has a pretty high bore axis, so there's a lot of muzzle flip. It manages it pretty well. It does not come back on target as fast as some other 45s I have. But it handles the recoil pretty well. You don't really feel a lot of punishing recoil. So I just shot 2 more magazines and my camera wasn't on. Target camera was on, so I'll show you that. It's a real shame because I said some incredibly witty things while I was shooting. The gist of it was that I finished up my initial box of Freedom munitions with the first couple of those rounds, and then I've moved on now to Remington UMC, 230 grain ball, and we continue on with the Remington UMC. This trigger is, whoops, there goes my target. Come back, target. Let me go fix my target. All right, now what was I saying? Oh yeah, the trigger. Trigger is phenomenal. If you were hoping for a 45 ACP from Walther with the trigger like a PPQ, they have not disappointed. Muzzle flip is a little more pronounced than it is with some other 45 ACPs that I have. You've got a relatively high bore axis on the PPQ. Not unlike an HK, not unlike some SIGs, but this one's a little snappy. Recoil spring is probably a little weaker in this gun. This trigger is definitely sweet, definitely sweet. With this trigger, shooting double or triple taps, it'd be about as easy as falling off a log. All right, this will be the last 10 rounds today, and this will bring me up to about 180 for the first 100. A little bit of bonus work. PPQ 45. So my initial thoughts after the first 180, almost 200 rounds, good stuff.